How's today? You still riding the high from last night and everything that happened?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was much better than I could have imagined. Just top to bottom. I think to me, when you accomplish something like last year, everything happened so fast. But last night was more of a culmination of really taking it all in and being back in the arena with the fans and the teammates and everybody from the organization. So, and I just love the guys' mindset, kind of taking the intangibles from the ceremony right into the game. And I thought we got off to a great start, mindset-wise, and the guys performed well.
Hey, are you surprised how well they played? Meaning you coach this team, you know them inside and out, but they're human. And there's a lot of distractions from the night. I remember Belichick talking about, it's great. It's great that we recognize it, but I've been ready to turn the page, and I'm sure you've been ready to turn the page, but you were surprised how well they played on that night.
No, I'm not surprised because of the way we've prepared and practiced throughout training camp. And again, I think, for me, during the summer and during preseason, when people are talking about banner night, that is a distraction because you have practice the next day. But, the night before and the day of, it's not a distraction because, I wanted the guys to focus on kind of all the intangibles and the little things that go into the process of winning. And then can we quickly transfer those into the current thing because, it's about being able to replicate those things, the attention to detail, the effort, the toughness, the physicality, the mindset, the togetherness. And so those things all go into the process of winning. And so I thought it was great that the guys were able to see that from this is what we accomplished, and then how do we replicate those intangibles to continue to try to sustain success. And so not surprised at all by the guys because they bring it every day in practice.
Last night, obviously, former Celtics champions in the building, and I know that Jaylen Brown spent some time talking about it after the game, as did you, Kuzi, Maxwell, Pierce was out there, Garnett. It appeared that you maybe had a nice little conversation with Bob Cousy. Everybody was thrilled to see him there. How nice was that for you, and what'd you have to tell him?
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of what I shared with the players the day before. Is I really wanted them to soak in not necessarily the passing of the torch, but the passing of the responsibility and the ownership. And, I think that's one of the greatest gifts of the Celtic organization is obviously the city and the people. And then secondly, it's the people that have been in the organization. And there is no current Celtics if the guys that you saw last night didn't have that standard of excellence, didn't have that success. And so I wanted the guys to see, it goes from Kuzi to Maxwell to KZ, Ray and Paul to Jalen, Jason, Al, and Derek and Drew and all these guys. You just pass down the responsibility and the ownership, and being part of such a, great environment, I think was really cool. So I was happy for the players to see that. And that's just kind of what I said to Bob. I just thanked him. I thanked him for setting the stage, for setting the expectation of what it means to be a Celtic, and kind of thanked everybody down the line.
Did you let your eldest take the ring to school for show and tell?
No, he's got to earn that.
What do you think of the rings, Joe?
I think it's something that it's kind of similar to the situation. I think it's something that you appreciate more and more over time, over the course of the years. When you're in it, you do your best to stay present and appreciate those things. But I think the ring is a example of the long-lasting appreciation of what you accomplished of greatness together. And I think that and the banner are the things that you'll be able to kind of go back to when your time is up and when you're kind of out of the arena a little bit. And kind of Ray Allen and I talked about that, where those things are what help you just appreciate that for longer periods of time. That and the relationships that you build.
How much time this offseason did you kind of take studying teams and maybe approaches of former teams that were coming off of a championship?
I'd say 40% of my time was based on that, because I think it's important to have the perspective of understanding what sustaining success looks like, what the challenges and the opportunities that are presented to you after a small amount of success, and then what goes into failure as well. And so I think that's the most important thing. I think over the course of an NBA season is perspective of your current team, but also perspective of of past situations that we can learn from.
Is there any emphasis on the fact that you never know how long a group will be together, how long you'll have your certain set of teammates, guys on the roster, things of the like, right? We talk about championship windows for teams. Is that an emphasis of this team, that you got to take advantage of knowing what you've got around you right now, having just won together a few months ago?
I mean, I think that should be a lesson for life,
Sure.
not taking anything for granted. And that was kind of the point of the comment that I made about, we're not going to be around. You can't take for granted. Like, everybody has a shelf life, and it may not be as serious as, not being here, but we all have a shelf life as to the opportunities that we have to go after greatness and whatever that may be, whether it's with your family, whether it's with your team, or whether it's with your coworkers. Like, you have to take advantage of the gifts that have been given to you and the opportunities that have been given to you, and you got to be grateful for those. And that's where I think the responsibility and the ownership comes from. So the guys definitely have an understanding of this is a position that we're in. We have great people in the organization. Nothing lasts forever, and we got to go after greatness together because this is the opportunity that we have. And I think that's one of the greatest strengths of this team is their ability to want to do it together.
So I know you said on Monday that we're all going to be dead soon. I was wondering if you had like a timeline on that, if you knew something that we didn't know. Is it?
I mean, it was a little bit. It's a way to have an understanding of, like, we all become irrelevant at some point, whether it's 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year. It's very hard in this social media age. Everything is so current right now. It's hard to look at, the overall landscape, and it's easy to, because of the influx of information, it's so easy for people to think that what they're going through or what's going on with them is the most important thing in the entire world. And I think part of perspective and sustaining success and taking advantage of the relationships and the opportunities that we have is having a greater perspective of the question you just asked. Like, this isn't normal. The opportunity, the relationship, the community, the culture that we have, it's not normal. You have to fight for it every day, and it doesn't last very long. And you have to take advantage of that. And it's opportunity. And, we have an amazing opportunity for however long we're grateful to be a part of the Celtics to go after greatness together.
Was there a point last night where you took that deep breath, and because sports and teams make money and teams get broken up over time, like what you're talking about? Like, I know Porzingis is on the shelf, but was there a point like I'm doing my same substitution patterns that I did last year, calling the same defensive sets? Like, was there a point where it flowed just from last year to now to where, holy crap, this is great that we kept this thing together?
Two moments, and I would say it's been moments over the course of training camp. I would say our first 3 practices, it was like, okay, the guys are ready. They have a seriousness about the process of winning. They have a seriousness of greatness. They have a joy of playing together. I think the telltale sign of if a team is going to have a chance is their ability to create competitive joy with each other. And so I saw that first 3 days of training camp. I saw moments of that throughout preseason, and I saw that during the ceremony, and I saw that during the game. And so it's just a credit to them. When you can create that competitive joy with each other, that to me is long-lasting. So there's been a few of those.
In the social media age that you talked about and coming off the summer with Team USA and all the drama that Tatum had to deal with, was it especially nice to kind of see him sort of drop the hammer the way that he did last night?
Yeah, but that's what I would expect from him, just because the way he carries himself, the way that he works, and it's just kind of who he is. And so it was great that he got off to a great start. And, I told him, like, the points and the efficient shooting was great, but I just liked the mindset that he brought to the game, just the way he, just kind of fell into the game and was in love with the process of the game as it was going on. And it's one of the best preseasons that he's had since I've been here. And it kind of showed last night. So we're really happy for him, and continue. You'll continue to see him just get better and better.
I mean, we saw it on display last night, but throughout the course of training camp and preseason, are you seeing a better shot being released by Jason Tatum than what he had going on at the end of the season last year?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I couldn't shoot and don't know anything about shooting, so I really stay away from all that. That's not in my wheelhouse, so I never even talked to him about that or any of our guys. I'm just was never good at it, not smart enough to. But what I do notice is he just has an innate confidence of, not passing up shots, having an assertiveness to taking the easy shot, and he's doing a great job this preseason and last night creating separation on initial actions to give himself an opportunity to take easier ones. And so, he does a great job with him and his camp working on the mechanics, and he's got trusted people around him. But I just like the mindset and the awareness that he's playing with, and he's assertive and just kind of going after his shots.
I know you guys are getting ready to hit the road here, heading down to D.C. Did you get any new threads for the year, or like new travel bag or anything? Well, your new money.
What do you mean?
Well, like bonus, like you get all kind of perks when you win it. Like, hey man, we're traveling this year. I gotta step my game up.
Like, you think you got a new suitcase?
Yeah.
You win a title.
Like maybe a Louis travel bag. Like, yeah, guys get new contracts.
Joe Mazzulla does not strike me as a Louis travel bag type of guy.
You'd be surprised.
No,
he's got a wife.
You like strike me as like you take the Nike team issued like duffel bag. Like that's cool.
That's exactly what I have. The Nike team issued duffel bag.
Of course.
I pack it once and I never unpack it. So I pack once for the whole year, and I just wear the same stuff for the entire season. Never think about it again.
So that's it. You just got to clean what's in the bag cleaned, and then you're ready to go again on another trip.
You're just ready to go again on another trip.
Hey, honest to God, real quick, Joe. I was over in London these last 4 days. Thought of you when I was outside of Buckingham Palace with the Royals there. Off the Royals question of the Jesus, Mary, and Joseph comment you had. So I thought of you. I thought of you in London, baby.
I walked by there during All-Star break, and I was like, I wonder if I'm going to be able to like take 10 more steps.
You're on the radar.
Hey, did you go to the Churchill Museum?
I did not. We didn't have enough time to do that.
Oh, man. You got to go.
One day of sightseeing, Joe.
Museum.
Yeah, we're in and out of there, man. You know how it is, traveling with the team.
Yeah, but Churchill Museum should have been. That's my fault. But the Churchill Museum is number one on the list.
I think Bob Sosi went there. If I stand corrected though, but I think my play-by-play partner did do that. He's more of a historian.
I mean, you got to go back. You got to go there. I mean, to see the efficiency of kind of how it was built, and like they still have the maps of like what how he was looking at it. I mean, it was one of the most tumultuous times of in the world at that time, and kind of to be in the barracks and kind of study. They had that map down there, and it takes a look at how he was able to kind of anticipate just really the movement of the entire. It's insane. So I could sleep there.
I bet you can. Next time I'm hitting it.
All right, Joe. Good to talk to you.
All right, fellas.
Good start, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Later.
Enjoy.
Thanks.